Okay, well here I finished turning the sleeve I pressed on to the this is the belly pump, the hydraulic pump drive. This goes into the transmission housing on the lower shaft there, and got that all turned and polished, and just wiped a little bit of oil on it and put the seal on, and it goes on, feels really good. So pretty happy with how that came out. Just there was a groove worn in there pretty well. It was deep enough that I wanted to sleeve it and make it like new, so we'll be able to get this seal pressed into the little housing, and then get this back on the lower shaft in the transmission. So okay, what I've got done here is I just finished buttoning up the belly drive, the hydraulic pump drive, and got the seal in the housing and all the gasket on there and everything, and I got the drive itself tightened. So real happy with how that came out. This is the part that I sleeved to get a new surface on there for the oil seal. So real happy with how that came out. And next I'm going to start working on the actual input shaft flange, and get that all cleaned up where the seal goes and make sure there's no issues there, and then see about getting that all on there. So, well, here I got the input shaft to the transmission seal all mounted, and I'm ready to put the drive flange on the little yoke that I don't want to call it an axle shaft, the input transmission shaft mounts to. So I'm gonna grease this up real good and get the flange bolted on there. And real happy with how this is going together. Seals are working out nice. Get the lower transmission drive done. So okay, here I got the input shaft yoke and everything on the input shaft. Real happy with how that all came out, and I got the seal position so it's riding in a good spot on the seal surface. And so we're finally getting to put some parts back on the transmission housing here. Well, here I cleaned up the counter bores where the clutch and brake shaft goes through the transmission housing, and I got the new seals put in, and I'm getting ready to grease it up now and slide the shaft in. There's also like a cover washer here, dust cover that goes on the first counter bore, so that'll sit in there like that on each side. So yeah, we're starting to get things back together in here. Here you can see the left side all seal all put in. We got that all ready to go. So we'll slide the shaft in there next and go from there. Okay, I greased up the bores for the clutch and brake shaft, and put some grease on the new shaft, and slid it into position, and real happy with how that came out. Here's the other side. So we'll start getting the rest of the stuff on. I think next I'll work on the seals for the bull pinion shafts and the brake drums where they go on over the spline here. So I got new seals to put in there. I'll get that all cleaned out and get the new seals pressed in. Well, here I wanted to status what I've been up to on the 1949 H project. I did take the torque tube here and the support for the steering column and the gas tank, and I took the two brake drums up to my brother-in-law's farm. He's got a steam cleaner, and steam cleaned the torque tube, and I just can't believe how this steam cleaner works. Boy, it just really strips all the crud and everything out. I don't know if you remember what the inside of the torque tube looked like, and you can see almost all the dirt and grime is out of there. This dark stuff here isn't slimy or greasy. It's like a discoloration. But yeah, that's I've never steam cleaned anything before, and I just couldn't believe how that steam cleaner really peeled out all the junk. I'm gonna go through and clean these surfaces all up, the mounting surfaces, and just lightly oil them and get them so that they're preserved, not gonna rust. But yeah, so on the transmission side of things, I'm getting ready to put the right side axle on. As you're aware, I got all the seals on the brake and clutch shaft in. I got the seals in where the brake drums go. Got parts all cleaned up. I got all the bolts that mount the axle housing to the transmission housing all cleaned up, and I put all new lock washers on them. I don't like trusting lock washers, especially on older equipment. And I got the right side gear nestled in there, and my next step is to put the gasket cement on each surface and both sides of the gasket, and get that on there and get her torqued down, and see if I can do this myself or if I need an extra two hands, because you got to get things started and the bull gear started on the spline, and that needs to be orientated pretty much dead perfect to get it started on the spline. So we'll attempt to do that. The one thing I did do was I got on the McMaster car website and I ordered all new drain plugs for this, and got them with the magnets in them. I did do a lot of cleaning on this transmission housing, and it seems like every time I turned around there was more and more. I think at one time this transmission had an issue with the ring and pinion gear. Something tore up in it. I found quite a few little pieces and shards of steel here and there. So I believe I got it cleaned out pretty good. I got the seals all on the front, which I believe you've seen, both for the input shaft to the transmission and the hydraulic drive. So yeah, pretty happy with everything here. So we'll try to get one of these axles on and see how it goes. So appreciate you watching. Bye for now.